Hey everyone, Complex back with another video, and today we're back to Genshin Impact, and I specifically want to talk to you about the wish system within the game. Now, the wish system is how you acquire new companions and some of the awesome weapons that are available in the game. It is technically a gacha system, and if you don't know what the gacha system is, I will leave a link to the Wikipedia page that kind of explains it a little bit more in the description down below. But with this wish system comes a whole host of different currencies that you're going to need in order to, well, get these wishes granted for you. So today I want to walk you through everything that you're gonna need to know. So let's just dive on into it. Now, first up, I have brought you to the wish screen. Now, this is something that you may be familiar with depending on where you are in the game. If you've been playing Genshin Impact and you've never seen this before, don't worry. You unlock this after a certain point in the game. So just keep playing, especially if you literally just started a few minutes ago. Now, on this screen, you will see there's a lot of information available to you. In the bottom row, you'll see that you have details, which explains the system a little bit more in detail for you. History, which is the history of basically all the wishes that you have acquired over time, transactions, stuff like that. You have over here your fate orbs is what I'm going to call them. They're actually two different kinds currently in the game. There is the Acquaint fate, which will be available all the time. And then currently there is also an intertwined fate, which is a specialty limited time wishing orb. So I'm just going to call these fate orbs for now, just for ease of explanation. And then next to these orbs, you have the Primo Gems. You've probably seen this symbol before, especially if you've been playing the game for a little bit. Now, what the Primo Gems are a specialty currency that you can only get in-game, and this is what you need in order to get the Fate Orbs, and this is where things start to get a little confusing. Now, next to all of this, you'll see that you have one wish is a 1 Fate Orb, or 10 wishes is 10 Fate Orbs. Now, with this, you're basically going to have to convert the Primo Gems into Fate Orbs, and then you can use the Fate Orbs to get yourself wishes, and the wishes can get you pretty much anything that you see on the screen. Now, a couple other things that you should note before diving into this, and let's go ahead and navigate over to the shop section of the game so I can explain things a little bit further. Now, I've headed over to Paimon's Bargains in the shop area of your interface. And now this will become available to you pretty much when the wish system opens up, so you should have this pretty early on. Now, with this, you will see that you can auto-convert a lot of different Fate Orbs, whatever is going to be available at the time to you, in order to start opening up the wishes. Now, as you can see here, it takes 160 Primo Gem to get 1 Fate Orb. And as I said earlier, this Primo Gem you've definitely seen before. It is what you get as a reward for completing quests occasionally. You could get it for opening up chests. You can get it for leveling up certain things. You can get it as a daily login reward, and so on and so forth. It runs rampant in the game, and it's actually decently easy to acquire. Now, next up, you will see the Star Glitter Exchange. Now, the Star Glitter Exchange is where you can use the Star Glitter currency that you can get from the wishes in order to get yourself some of this stuff in this particular store if you would like. Now, you get Star Glitter by opening up the different wishes, and if you get a character that's a duplicate, or sometimes when you just get a really high, like a 5-star item, sometimes they'll also just give you 2 Star Glitter with it. So that is one of the ways that you can get Star Glitter. Now, there is also a Stardust Exchange, and Stardust is what you get pretty much from opening up any box. Generally, and I don't actually think I've ever run across a situation where I haven't gotten Stardust. It's just you open up a box and it'll say, like, over on the right-hand side, you got so much, basically, Stardust with whatever the item was. So that is how you start to acquire Stardust. And you can come over here to the store and pretty much pick up whatever you'd like at any point if that's something that you'd like to do. Now, you'll also see that you have something called a crystal top-up area. Now, this is where real money comes into play with the wish system, and where you can, if you'd like, put in some cold hard cash into the game. So what happens is if you do decide to make a purchase of any of these, you get what is called a Genesis crystal. And if I navigate up here and hit the plus button on the Primo Gem, you'll see here that 1 Genesis crystal is equal to 1 Primo Gem. So you can't use a Genesis crystal directly in order to get yourself a Fate Orb or to open up a wish. You actually have to convert it before you go ahead and do that. So like I said, 1 Genesis crystal is 1 Primo Gem. So if you buy yourself 300 Genesis crystals, you're essentially buying yourself 300 Primo Gems. So now that we are back into the wish section of the game, you will see that once again, I have my Primo Gems down here, and you can also go ahead and hit this plus sign to have it convert your Genesis crystals into Primo Gems. Now, one thing I will say about the game is it will actually auto convert everything for you. So if you do decide that you would like to go ahead and buy yourself some Genesis crystals and you don't want to go ahead and pre-convert them into Primo Gems, if you hit wish 1 X, you'll see here that when I bring it up, it says, would you like to get 1 orb for 160 Primo Gem? And if you hit confirm, but don't actually have Primo Gem, but you do have a boatload of Genesis crystals, it'll then ask if you want to convert the Genesis crystals into Primo Gems. So you don't actually ever have to convert everything ahead of time, unless that's something that you'd like to do. I know that there are some people out there who would prefer to go ahead and go into the shop and get themselves their Fate Orbs and kind of have everything pre-converted, as it just makes life easier. Or you can, of course, just go ahead and hit wish 10, and it'll say for 10, you need 1600 Primo Gem. If I, for instance, hit confirm, it would just auto convert if I had 1600 into 10 Fate Orbs, and I would then be able to auto open up the wishes. I will say though, if you use wish times 1 or wish times 10 down here, and you let it auto convert everything for you, it will automatically open up the wish. So it won't just give you the Fate Orb and then let you hit wish times 1. It just kind of all flows together. So if you are going to do this, make sure that you are in fact ready to, well, get yourself some wishes. So let me go ahead and just show you what it looks like to open up a single wish, just so you can see. So if I hit wish times 1, you will see that the bargain store pops up and it says an additional 1 fate is needed, purchase with 160 Primo Gem. I hit confirm and you get this really cool little animation, and it shows you exactly what is about to happen. Now, if you pay attention to that crystal color, and that shoots down from the sky, the one that is the longest if you're opening up a single box, is actually going to be the color of the item that you're getting. So I only got a blue tier item. If you pay attention, you'll also see that sometimes you'll get a purple star or a gold star. And those are the super high end items that people are looking to get. So once you exit out here, it'll then just be in my inventory, and I can go ahead and claim it and use it whenever I'd like. And it does say that for every 10 wishes is guaranteed to include at least a 1 4-star or higher item. I would say that the wish times 10 is generally going to always be worth it, because you are going to be guaranteed at least 1 4-star or higher item. If you just do a wish and you do 10 of those, you are not guaranteed a 4-star item. They're literally saying here that this is what you need in order to get that. At least that's what I've noticed going ahead, because I've kind of tested it out both ways. So I will say, if you're somebody that is trying to get the maximum amount of higher tier items and you're not looking to put in cold hard cash or anything like that, and you just want to play this as smart as possible, I would personally probably wait until you have 1600 Primo Gems, and then put those into the 10 wishes. So once you do that, you should be guaranteed a 4-star or higher item, and that should hopefully help you get some pretty cool companions and or weapons as efficiently as possible. Now, like I said earlier, those Primo Gems, you can grind for them in-game. You actually do get a fair amount, and it's pretty generous, especially if you're doing things like the daily login as that is occurring. If you decide to participate in different things that might be available to you in the game at any given time, like events and so on and so forth. You also get them for just exploring and finding new things and leveling up certain things. So make sure that you are doing pretty much just playing the game, and that should hopefully get you a whole stack of Primo Gems awfully quickly so you can get yourself the companion that you want. And if I could offer one bit of advice when it comes to this wish system, is that don't go in looking for one particular item. That was actually some advice that was given to me by one of my moderators, and well, it's probably the best advice I've gotten for this system, just because it is all RNG and nothing is really guaranteed. I haven't gone in with any expectations of hoping to get this character or this weapon. I've just kind of been like, hey, what am I gonna get? And I'm not ever disappointed because I don't ever have my sights set on one particular thing. So if you kind of go in with that attitude, you're hopefully going to be getting yourself a whole host of stuff that you can be excited for, because you're not sad that, well, RNG hasn't played in your favor. So as a whole, this is the wish system. Hopefully this helped if you were having any questions on how to get yourself everything that you need, so then that way you can enjoy the game. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments down below, or go ahead and find me on Twitch. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your night and or day, depending on where you are in the world, and I will catch you next time. Bye, guys.